Okay. Um, so I am about 7 hours post-op. You can see my teeth. I cannot feel anything from here to here. Uh, about there to about there. So this whole area is still numb. 7 hours after, I'm getting a little bit of feeling in my tongue. Um, Obviously, because I can't talk or feel anything, I can't talk well. Um, and because my teeth are completely different from what I've had, the from what I've had for 50 years. I have to learn where my lips go, which is hard when you can't feel them, and where my tongue hits for S sounds. I have a little bit of a lisp right now. Hard to recognize when my lips are touching to make P's and B sounds, but I'm actively trying not to talk like an idiot right now. I'm sure this will subside over the next several days as I train myself to talk better and can feel my face. So there's things that I didn't know, of course. Um, I mean, they seem obvious. I should have known. Um, the first 4 hours, well, the first hour post-op was like a fucking comedy show. Excuse my French. It was like a comedy show because I was high and I wanted to say entertaining things. It didn't bother me that I had a lisp. It didn't bother me that my teeth were all ripped out, so I wasn't stressed out about that anymore. Um, the second hour was a little bit weird. I felt a little groggy, a little less comedic. Third hour, I felt a little more comedic again, mainly as a mechanism to try not to be stressed out about what just happened. Um, the fifth hour was really, really, really hard. I freaked out about the amount of blood that was coming out of my mouth because it just oozes and it just doesn't stop. Gauze helps obviously, but it also keeps you from being able to talk or drink or eat or do anything. I mean, obviously you can't eat, but you can't drink um, protein shakes or soups or water or anything. It just pours out all over you. I changed my shirt like fucking 6 times. Again, excuse me, French. Um, I had to change my shirt several times, and I'm sure they probably told me that there would be a lot of blood and it would be kind of oozing. I didn't expect that much, and you really got to be careful. And so something that is very helpful, you cannot rub anything in your mouth, but what I have been doing is taking nice, good Bounty paper towels, super absorbent, and like rolling them up real small, and then like touching the inside of my cheek, not my gums, inside of my cheek, and the sides of my tongue and the front of my tongue, just patting it to soak up some of that ooze, which is very helpful. And I have a blood bowl because it's too stupid to just go back and forth throwing things away. So get yourself a big bowl. If you do this, get a big bowl and just throw your bloody rags in it because you're going to have a lot, a lot, a lot. Stock up on the Bounty paper towels. That first several hours, you're going to use a lot and don't feel bad about it. Just do it. Soak up all that goo. Do not rub inside your mouth. Don't touch your gum line or anything. Don't do anything like that, but I might be able to show you real quick. Hold up. What I can do. without affecting the work that's been done. Excuse my double chin, I'm a little swollen right now. And you get a bunch of this, right? So getting rid of this feels a lot better. It feels gross in your mouth. And if you just leave it there, it'll build up and it'll just drool out of your mouth. And you won't be able to feel it. It'll get all over your shirt, and then you get depressed because you look like Frankenstein's monster. It's horrible. Into the bubble. Anyway, talking is very weird. I'm actively trying to learn where things are. And at hour 7, like I said, I got out. They woke me up around 11:40, and it is currently 6:51 p.m. So, hour 7, I can feel most of my tongue, which is very, very helpful. Not being able to feel your lips is one thing. Not being able to feel your tongue means you think if you put water in your mouth, you're going to drown because you can't control your swallow mechanism. It's really, really gnarly, but you're very, very thirsty, and it sucks. Just be prepared. The hour 5 is going to suck real bad. You're going to immediately think that everything's wrong. They did things wrong. You're confused about the things that you discussed with the dentist that in hour 5 feels incorrect. But I can tell you, these are my temporaries, and the whole point, I can't even feel that I'm saying a P, but the point of the temporaries is that they're temporary. So I get to try them out. So these are my temporary teeth that I get to learn how they feel. And over the course of the next 7 days, I do have a post-op appointment 7 days from now, where they can make adjustments to these temporary teeth. Where I went to Riva Dental Implant Center, and it's ridiculously expensive. If you want to ask about the price, I'll tell you about the price. Send me a private message or something. I don't know if you know me. Just be aware that when you're doing all that research and you're seeing how the astronomical prices that these things are, that's true. They're astronomically expensive, but if you need to fix your mouth and you don't have a choice, then this is what you need to do, and it's better than a lot of other options out there. So you're going to spend a shit ton of money, figure out your finances, learn how to pay them off better and faster so that you don't, with the initial financing, you're going to get fucked. Take whatever savings you have. If you're going to do this, start saving now. Make a savings jar, whatever you need to do. Start saving cash. Lots of it, as much as you can, so that you don't have to finance a ton of money. Initially, I did $1,000 down payment for, I don't remember what it was for. It was after the initial consultation, but it was just like here's $1,000 just to make sure I'm not going to back out. That's non-refundable. Then I decided to put $5,000 down on what I had to finance. Then I got the financing. Then I got the paperwork for the financing. It told me how much I'm going to pay if I pay the minimum payment. And I can tell you I'm going to put a whole bunch more towards that to knock that down so that I don't get raped for the next 6 years on the amount of money that I have to pay. Hold on. Yeah, double chin. I'm all. Yeah. Not as bad. Good. Anyway, so financing, it's gonna be a hassle. There are a lot of things you can do to make it better, but the best thing you can do is put down absolutely as much cash as you possibly can and finance as little as possible. So be aware of that. What I expected from my teeth. So these, if you can see, up close. Okay, they kind of look like I have perfect teeth that were made perfect because I wore braces when I was a teenager. I don't like that. I don't want that. So these here, I want my canines to be a little bit sharper. This is something I'm going to bring up when I talk to the Riva Dental Implant Center when I go back in 7 days. And they told me that when I go back after 7 days, I can then explain to them any changes or adjustments that I want to make, and then they can regrind the teeth or you know, fix them up a little bit so that they're better or more what I want at that time. So these are temporary. I can't use them anyway because I'm on an all liquid diet. First day all liquid diet is bullshit. You can't swallow crap. I just now, my girlfriend Shannon, God bless her, earlier had to sit there with I was so hungry. Sat there with a Slim Fast shake and a shot glass and poured little bits into the shot glass and was able to pour that in my mouth that I was able to swallow kind of after it worked out. I let out this horrible, disgusting belch because I've been swallowing a ton of air because nothing works. So if you can hold out and not eat anything until hour 7, that's probably the best idea, but I was starving to death. So there's that. When my tongue dried out because I had gauze in my mouth and I couldn't close my mouth. My lips were completely, well, they still are numb. But before I couldn't even close them. So my tongue dried out something fierce. And so what I could feel, the only thing I could feel was dry and sticky. That's gross. You don't want to have a dry, sticky tongue. It's dry and covered in blood, and it's very sticky, and it's fucking disgusting. So, excuse my French again. This isn't going to be a monetized video, probably. Anyway. Yuck. I mean, I did just have this done today, so excuse the fact that I'm soaking up blood. But notice, I'm not touching the teeth, and I'm not touching my gums. But they do feel weird. Absolutely, they do feel weird. But not as weird as I expected. I expected to be a lot more freaked out by the fact that I have these foreign objects in my mouth. I'm not currently, and it's not because I'm high, although I'm on some pain meds, but it's hydrocodone, 5 milligrams, and acetaminophen, and some ibuprofen, plus the fact that my mouth is numb. But, thanks, Frankenstein. But, right now it's, as far as the anxiety factor of having an arch or a foreign appliance bolted into my face that I can't remove is not freaking me out as nearly as much as I expected it was. So there will be a whole bunch more things that I want to talk about over the next several days. When all of this wears off, I do expect that I'll be in more pain than I want to be in, so I intend to rest. I took a whole week off of work, and that's literally so I can do several things. Lay around and not be in pain, go into my next appointment without having to take another day off of work in the middle of the work week. learn how to talk, learn how to make sounds like the S sound. When speaking, it's not so bad. There's a little bit of a lisp. When just trying to make the S sound, the lisp is a lot worse. Um, Making the F sound obviously is fine. Thank you. See, I've said it several times, so I can't excuse my French. Um, P, P, B, B, those are fine. Those are okay. TH or the, not nearly as much of a problem as I expected. S is a little harder. It feels a little weird. Portions of my upper palate are covered that I didn't expect to be covered. Like they're more just like encroaching, like the gum. You can't see that, but it's encroaching a little bit. So I'll discuss that with them. The bottom is encroaching a little bit and feels like it's very close to my what is that? The little hole where your saliva comes out, your saliva gland there underneath your tongue, and I'm guessing that's causing some extra saliva to be made, but we'll see over the next week whether that stops being an issue and I'm not, just drooling on myself because my mouth doesn't work. But I appreciate you listening. I'll keep you up to date. The bite is weird, but I can't use them anyway, so we're going to adjust that. But they look great. I'm very happy with the look, even though I didn't do this for the look. I didn't do this to have pretty teeth. I was in a lot of pain. That pain is gone. A new pain will be here for the next several days. And that's what I have drugs for, to keep me from being in pain. So I'll keep you up to date on how all that is. And like I said, if you have any questions, send me a private message, or if I put this on YouTube, put it in the comment or whatever. I'll try to answer it, and I'll be as honest as possible. Anyway, have a good one.